one, turn 45. Picked up Alt 5. Abyssia claimed the throne of Gaia, so that's the one that's been next to us the whole time, I guess. Which is kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. Summoning more eagles. Harspecs found some good stuff. So we got some nature and water for my partner, as well as a little more nature. And then finally, the battle in Windsong Forest. So this is where my pretender teleported in. We're each being nice and letting each other go through our full scripts, it seems. Quagmire goes up, Mist goes up. Some mine burns are shot across the bow, but 23 MR is enough to keep them at bay. Alright, he cast Fuel the Fire, so now he is back down to 0 fatigue, 6 reinvigoration, and only 4 encumbrance, so he's not going to tire. And we see here a few water elementals have been summoned. Some of them have been turned ethereal, which means that he cannot kick them, but the Frostbrand is still quite effective. Some Ictiids in the back here. These Pearl Mages, they were the ones that summoned the water elementals. So quite a few gems went into this, especially since these are big water elementals, which means it costs at least 2 apiece. I'm not sure quite how many this Triton King spent, but that's... Oh, these Pearl Cultivators, okay. So all this stuff goes up. Nobody expects that Spanish is just chopping people down. Water Elemental comes up and gets chopped down. Let's go ahead and speed this up a bit. Earth Elemental can't arrive, but even when it does, he can't trample, so it's just the fist attack to worry about. And he's got a solid amount of protection as well as the Vine Shield. And now comes the real test. Water Elemental showing up. So there's 2 Water Elementals taking bites out of him. He's taking a decent amount of damage. He's down at 106 from his max of 147. But as you see, he's able to regenerate through it. 3 Water Elementals, but he does intelligently smack one of them. Wish he was a little smarter about taking out this Water Elemental that's the biggest threat to him. But either way, he's quite capable with dealing with this stuff. So now we'll go ahead and look over here, and we see some of these guys starting to run, including all the commanders. And pretty soon we'll see these guys just either turn tail or dissolve as all the spells go away. And so, numerically, this battle was a complete win. Killed a bunch of dudes, burned a bunch of gems, lost nothing. I'm a little sad that none of these guys were fatigued out, so I wasn't able to actually kill any of the mages. The goal was, like, I was hoping I'd be able to cut off retreat, but they ended up retreating to my capital to join their rock there. So now we have a bunch of guys coalescing around this rock to go ahead and fight. And let's go ahead and look at that. So, Strength of Faith, Weapons of Justice, Body of Flames. You... How much encumbrance do you have? I guess you can also cast Fire Shield. These are not going to be effective. Actually, Henry shouldn't even come. You can do more good at home, Henry. Figure this would be a good chance to get some levels on some of these Battle Saints as well. Howl will almost assuredly go up, and that will give me chance for these Battle Saints to just kill lots of puppies, which sounds worse than it actually is. And we've got a few of these guys named Fuck Rocks, particularly guys like this that are geared specifically to go after the monolith. So this halberd swings for 37. He's going to get 4 more strength from his spell, and that's going to be 37 armor piercing damage. So these guys are specifically intended to attack the monolith. These guys are intended to attack the mages. Probably don't actually want to bring that many, which sounds weird, but the reason I say that is because we don't want to accidentally surround the monolith with regular horses, because these guys can get caught up in his astral shield. This guy is casting anti-magic on my army with the hopes of preventing something horrible from happening, but I mean, we still need to contend with his abilities. And then the guys who do not have big ass weapons, particularly great sword of sharpness or halberds or stuff, those guys are set to attack closest, and their aim is to deal with like wolves and water elementals and stuff. Some of them will die, and that is what it is. This guy's just going to be spamming our smite spell, and maybe he'll get a big important one. Doesn't hurt anything to try. So that's the plan there. Some province passing around here. Got our first wizard from this place, which does make some really cool wizards. At some point we'll want to put a citadel there. It's going to take a while for us to get there. Relinquishing this place so that my partner can get more sacreds. And the goal will be to eventually come to Shambhala through this throne. This guy has all these eagles, so that is about 320 siege strength, and we can get another 100 from our artifact, which is not quite enough to crack this in one turn, but he can reach it, and he's going to be summoning an air spirit, and the air spirit is going to hold on to this weapon, which gives another 100 siege strength. So we're really close to being able to just crack this in one turn, which is something that I don't think he's going to expect from us. Cracking Shambhala itself will take a bit longer, but the other thing about having a bunch of powerful birds is they can just show up wherever. My partner did 3 raids, all successful, and then Mother Pearl, Cymbeline, Fire Gems. Where's this thing? So, False Prophet and Brigands. This place is just cursed, whatever. Some people died in this forest, and then this says our walls are damaged. Practically speaking, we have nothing to worry about here in terms of actual invaders besieging. The goal will simply be to take out this monolith with no fuss, and then get back to doing what we do best. Research, we're picking up Alteration 6 this turn. The big prize at Alteration 6, although Battle Fortune is also very nice, the big prize is going to be Become Dragon, actually. Become Dragon does what it sounds like, and this is noteworthy because all these old-ass grandmasters, if they don't have, like, paths where we need to keep their slots, we can turn them into dragons, and they'll be ready to fly around and cause lots of trouble as thugs. The other thing that is on our menu is my partner is going to be pushing up to enchantment 6 for Eternal Pyre and Riches from Beneath. And so we'll see what we can get from those spells. Alright. So overall, maybe something will go horribly wrong in my capital here, but I expect to rid myself of this Shambhalan shit pretty soon. And then we'll kind of go from there. I guess this is Pelagian shit, not Shambhalan shit. The next step after that will be turning on the jets and seeing what we can do to run over Asphodel and Shambhala and just spread through here. Meanwhile, my partner will be coming from the other side, and Pelagia itself is going to be nasty to deal with, to say the least. Like, such is the way with water nations. But we can at the very least, like, make them regret what they're doing and send some thugs to clear out the provinces that are not forted. And then with the fort ones, we'll decide what to do later. So we've got a game plan. It's really late to have this game plan. It is turn 45, and our research is okay. Our land is okay. Our gem income is okay. But there's other nations that have to be doing better. Ashdod, Jotunheim's partner, is basically no more. Jotunheim, however, has 2 nations worth of land. Asphodel is trolling random other nations, which people like Man here don't really want to have to deal with. But it's interesting because no one's actually been eliminated. There's just been all of this back and forth and squabbling over nothing. So, it could be worse, could be better. Obviously, like, if we're not doing very well, at least other nations aren't doing very well either. As opposed to one nation just kind of running away with it. But that doesn't mean I don't want to be doing better. Where was Henry? There he is. We need to do some arcane probing on this forest. Alright. So, thanks as always for watching. I will have a hopefully interesting, exciting, and dominating victory here at Meridian next turn and get back to business. See you then.